TMZ steady. Copy. Can you repeat that, please?
Sure. So, on your community health.
Copy. Can My name is Jessica Zenquist. My children and I have been white supremacy human trafficked from Jacksonville, North Carolina. Military community, Jacksonville, North Carolina. Across country to Yuma, Arizona. Military community, Yuma, Arizona, on the border of Mexico. FBI agent 9914 is aware of my concerns. Mine and my children's lives have been threatened. Me and my children are victims of white supremacy human traffic. We have been human trafficked into a MAGA Trump trap community on the border of Mexico. This is a very racist, oppressive community. We have been put through white supremacy terrorism for over 3 fucking years. I have been journaling on Facebook. I have been journaling on social media to the world, mine and my children's experiences of being victims of white supremacy human traffic. Spread awareness. Human traffickers, they camouflage with normal people in communities. They camouflage. They're very good at what they do. They have a lot of money. They have a lot of social status. They are very dangerous. They are in the fucking military. My children and I have been white supremacy human trafficked from military community Jacksonville, North Carolina to military community Yuma, Arizona on the border of Mexico. Because we are on a fixed income and I am a disabled single mother, I have limited resources. So it's almost impossible to go back to the East Coast where the fuck we belong without facing homelessness. Please go to my Facebook accounts and check out the details. The devil's in the fucking details. The devil is in the fucking details. The fucking racist, oppressive fucking devils are in the fucking details. My children and I have been sabotaged. We have been discriminated against. We have been swindled. We have been robbed. My children and I have been used and abused by this community for over 3 fucking years. We are trapped in a Trump trash shithole. We are Black Lives Matter. Black lives don't matter in Yuma, Arizona. This is a very oppressive, racist town. This is frontline modern day fucking lynching. This is a gigantic fucking plantation. So I continue to seek quality services in this community despite all odds.
Copy. Can you repeat that, please?
Sure. So, on your community health agency form, we're not a community health agency. We only have a psychiatry office, and we don't think that we have enough services that would be beneficial for you.
Okay, so were you hello?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Were you able to reply to the social worker that called your office on my behalf and explain to him that you don't feel you can provide any mental health services for me?
I think that we can give you phone numbers to agencies that would be helpful to you. I don't know the social worker that called. I don't know who that is. I know that you have a case manager through your insurance company, but her name is Adriana. I'm not familiar with the social worker that you have. Do you know his name? Because I'm more than happy to work with them.
The intake information that I emailed to y'all, I CC'd him along with the intake form that I emailed to you. I CC'd him.
Okay, I didn't know who that was. Is that Gerald Jackson?
No, that is not. He's not. No, it's the other one. It's Manuel. But yeah, I don't know.
I didn't get that name on there. I'm sorry.
So since you're telling me you're not qualified to assist me with mental health services, what are you qualified to assist me with?
So, well, we think that you need help, and we think that you would be better. We have a whole list of agencies that I think you could be helped with, and we can even help you make those appointments if you would like, but we wouldn't be able to do that without your permission. So that's why I wouldn't make those appointments, but we could help you make those appointments if you would like, with an agency that has all services, that would have case management and social services and psychiatric care and all the things that could help you. There's several of those agencies in town, and we can help make an appointment for you if you would like.
Okay.
But I don't do that without your permission.
Okay, whatever you can do to assist me, I would really appreciate that, because I don't know why my doctor would suggest that I would reach out to your business. I don't know why my doctor would suggest that, because I'd hate to be a problem for you guys or a burden, because I do need counseling. I don't know what else, why you would say you don't. Anyway, let's move on. Whatever you can do would be great. Okay.
Yeah, so that's super important that you, that we give you what you need.
Yes.
There's a couple, so there's community. Is there anybody that you don't want us to send you to make an appointment with? I think Community Health Associates is the largest, most comprehensive center.
Okay.
That would probably be my first choice, but I just want to make sure that that's what you would like.
Okay. Did you mention Horizon?
Yes, that's another agency in town.
Okay, we definitely want to take them off of the option list. Definitely. I have a history with them, and I really don't want to get into detail, but we definitely want to take them off.
No problem.
Thank you.
Not a problem at all. Let me just run through anybody else that maybe. So there's Regional Center for Border Health. That's in Somerton or San Luis, but you're in Yuma proper, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we probably won't go there. You have Allwell, right?
Yes.
There's another one called Community Bridges. So I'm going to try Community Health Associates and try to get you an intake appointment with them. Would that be okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I'll call them and we'll get you an intake appointment with them, and then we'll call you back and let you know when that is. Will that work?
Okay, thank you. Yes.
All right, we appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.
Can I ask you, are you the office manager?
I'm the director.
Oh, you're the director. Okay. And so I don't know who made the call to the police department to put in a wellness check for me, but I don't know how you do your team meetings or you take suggestions from the community people that deal with you. But I would like to suggest that if whenever you guys have a concern where you feel like you need to call the police, it would be a suggestion for you to contact the person you're concerned about, because we could have avoided the police resources, wasting their resources from coming out here. We could have avoided that with just simple communication with me. I could have let you know that could have been avoided. But I mean, if that's how you do things.
Yeah, I appreciate your thoughts on that. I don't necessarily disagree with you on that. I appreciate your thoughts on that, and we will definitely take that into advisement.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for your call back.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Okay,
bye.
What? I don't know if y'all got it because I didn't record the whole entire conversation. I've been trying to not fucking record, but it just seems like residing out here and dealing with these people, you never know what the fuck is gonna come out their mouth. So I need to just fucking record. That was Rebecca from Behavioral Health, YUMA Regional Behavioral Health. She said that she don't believe that they have the services that can help me in any way except make appointments for other agencies. She might be right. I don't know. But they weren't right when they called the police to do a wellness check on me and waste the police resources. They weren't right about that. Maybe, I don't know. She mentioned Gerald Jackson. I CC Gerald Jackson with the intake information, but I also CC the social worker that the insurance company connected me with. So it's ironic, what a coincidence, right, that she would mention Gerald Jackson, but she didn't mention the social worker. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that office, maybe it's best I stay the fuck away from them anyway, because they prioritize the information that they take in a real fucked up way. Because I wouldn't say it's a priority to fucking remember details that are like, anyway, let me just fucking move the fuck on. So whoever they get me an appointment to meet with or intake with or whatever the fuck, I'll take it one day at a time. I'm doing my part. I answered their questions on their intake form. I tried to get into their system. They freaked the fuck out on just one single email. They freaked the fuck out and called the police. So, yeah, I don't need to be where the fuck I don't belong. They obviously are a fucking group I do not fucking belong. So we're gonna move the fuck on and keep trying to do what the fuck we gotta do. that was some shit for them to call the police and do a fucking wellness check. But I don't know what's their protocol. I don't know how they fucking do their job. So I'm not even gonna pretend to know why the fuck they would do some shit like that. Because if that's the case, the police would be knocking on every fucking mental health patient in fucking Yuma, Arizona. If that was the case and they want to fucking go crazy about a fucking email, they fucking freak the fuck out about an email and sent the police to do a wellness check. So do they do that shit to all they fucking incoming patients? Do they do that to all they fucking crisis patients? They send fucking police. The police will be knocking on everybody's fucking door. So what they did to me, that's just red flag. That's not a place where the fuck I belong. So I don't know if I could trust their judgment on who they're going to set me up with to do another intake for services in the future. I don't know if I could trust their fucking judgment. It's a small town. They do a lot of small town politics. So whoever they sent me appointment up with, I'm sure they're going to fucking share information. And who knows how and what manner they're going to share it. So I don't know. I don't even give a fuck at this point. Because to tell you the truth, if push comes to shove, I already know, like, I'll leave every fucking thing because I don't need to be where the fuck I don't belong. Me and my family do not need to be where the fuck we belong. We don't belong. So I know that there is a team of professional mental health providers on the East Coast. Any fucking Democratic state, any blue Democratic state, you can be sure that it's not going to be difficult to find a team of mental health providers that are supportive and professional. So it's not going to be like the end of the fucking world if shit out here don't fucking work out. I'm doing what the fuck I gotta do. So if they can't figure out what the fuck needs to happen to help support me and my fucking family, then hey, it is what the fuck it is. Let the cards fall wherever the fuck they fucking fall. They're not that fucking concerned because I sent the email, 2 days ago? And they were so concerned they called 911, right? But they're not that concerned because if they were, they would have reached out to the social worker, my social worker, and they would have already had a fucking appointment for me somewhere else. So whatever they're doing, whatever they're gonna do for me, if it's helpful, thank you. But I had to jump through hoops with them to be treated like a fucking person and not like a fucking animal. Because what they're doing to me is just a pattern of what YUMA agencies have done to me and my children. They're treating us like animals. We are victims of white supremacy human traffic. These people have been dealing with human traffic victims for generations. I don't know who the fuck they think they're fooling. It's not a secret to the world that they have a fucking shithole of criminals here that fuck with white supremacy human traffic. That's not a secret. So they've been dealing with this shit for generations. So for them to treat me and my children like shit because I have been reaching out for assistance and support, for them to treat me and my children is to treat me like an animal. To treat me like a foreign fucking, like, animal. Like, to treat me like a fucking animal. Really? Because by you calling 911 to do a wellness check over a fucking email. So now I have the mental health sector. I have an office, Yuma Regional Behavioral Health. So now I have a fucking mental health agency further stigmatizing me because of the information I provided to them on their intake form that they requested, right? Because that's a stigma. When you're going to call 911 out of concern without calling me first, how the fuck the police is going to tell you whether or not I need their services? through a fucking email. How are you going to assume that? Only if you want to fucking stigmatize and you're not professional and you want to treat me like a fucking animal and not like a human being. So, that's the culture here. That's the fucking culture. That's the culture. If you are a victim and you have a voice, either they don't want to fucking deal with you, they want to turn a blind eye and pretend that the issue situation doesn't exist. They want to sweep it under the rug, or they want to make it grander. Like, they want to make it bigger than what the fuck it is by doing dumb shit. Because I'm sure they don't call the fucking police to do wellness check on other fucking cases. So my case is extreme for them, right? My case freaked them the fuck out, and they don't even know even a fucking fraction of the details of what the fuck trauma I have been through by residing here. Do they know that when your Black Lives Matter, do these people, because they sound white on the phone, they sound like white Mexicans and white people running that office, which is typical because there's rarely any black businesses or professionals out here. So, do they have any idea, does Rebecca, the director of that fucking business over there, the mental health business, does she have any idea, or is she clueless because she's white privileged? Does she have any idea the dangers that we face when we are Black Lives Matter and we have the police knocking on our door for any fucking reason? Does she know Breonna Taylor? Does she know, or is she so white privileged and on a high horse of her mental health program over there that she can fucking point fingers unnecessarily, send the fucking police to knock on my fucking door? The police are not mental health providers. The police resources should not be fucking toyed with. So, I mean, I don't understand their mentality out here. Why would they not call me to avoid police fucking communication? You're not supposed to, like, abuse their resources. So we have a fucking mental health fucking business fucking up. And their mental health. Can you imagine why the fuck I have been staying away from these fucking people? Can you imagine why it's difficult to trust these fucking people? Can you imagine? There are very rarely any fucking black professionals out here. I'm dealing with people who cannot identify with me and my situation because they are so callous. Because they are so immune to being able to live amongst human traffic victims and not give a fuck. They're immune to that. So it shocks the fuck out of them when a victim of white supremacy human traffic comes forward and says there's a fucking problem here. It shocks the fuck out of them because they're immune to victims just fucking being re-victimized and shutting the fuck up and not fucking saying anything. Well, when you live in a Nazi Germany clone fucking community that has traumatized you for over 3 years, the risk of having a voice is very small compared to the thought of being trapped here for fucking ever. They make it very uncomfortable to reside in this tiny ass fucking town. They make it very uncomfortable. I have been saying for over 3 years, it's so difficult to find trustworthy, reliable fucking resources. Basic fucking resources. I have been saying this for over 3 years to social media, to the world. I have been telling y'all this. We're going to take it one day at a time and see where the fuck they send us next. Because it's like, we're a fucking hot potato here. Everybody want to fucking pass us along. Just like my burgundy 1997 Chevy Suburban that they swindled me out of. It was a hot potato. Every fucking auto shop that got it fucked up, they gossip, they fucking did the small town gossip shit, blackballed it. It's like everybody they was passing around my fucking 1997 Chevy Suburban like a cheap green card whore, like a fucking hot potato. It's like they like to burn their fucking hands with my shit and then toss me to the next motherfucker that like to burn their hands with my shit instead of getting the fucking job done. Because if they're so fucking concerned that they call 911 to do a wellness check, seriously, how many days have gone by? So if you're that concerned, why so much time has gone by without me having the fucking resources to fucking get assistance? They know this is a crisis. They know I am a fucking victim. I can provide fucking proof of all type of fucking shit. I'm trying to move the fuck on. I'm trying to forget I'm trying to get help to forget this fucking experience of being a fucking victim of YUMA, Arizona, fucking white supremacy human traffic community. I am trying to fucking move on. I am trying to allow these motherfuckers into my life to prove to me that they're not all pieces of fucking shit. I'm trying to be open-minded. I don't have much time to fucking play with these fucking people. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Right? So I'm doing my part, right? I'm doing my part, right? It's a fucking shame. It's a goddamn fucking shame. It's a fucking shame. This whole shit could have been avoided if Jody, the director of the if Jody, the director of the women's domestic violence homeless shelter of Yuma, Arizona, if Jody wasn't a fucking racist and she would have opened her doors for at least a fucking conversation when the Yuma, Arizona doctors, emergency room doctors and nurses called Jody from the domestic violence homeless shelter when me and my children first traveled out here over 3 years ago and knocked on her door and begged her for fucking shelter, right? We begged her for shelter. Well, if Jody would have let us enter the system of services, what? Yeah. This could have all been avoided. It could have been avoided. But, you know, how there's so many racists out here in this Hitler clone town that are directors of programs and shit. They are running this fucking town, right? So if Jody, the director of the domestic violence homeless shelter, would have assisted us when the emergency room doctors called her, the emergency room nurses called her and let her know that we needed help, if she would have fucking opened her doors, her white supremacy human traffic community doors to provide fucking basic shit, this could have been avoided. There's a lot of directors out here that like to slam doors in victim faces. There's a lot of churches out here who like to slam doors in victims' faces. There's a lot of politicians out here who like to slam doors in victims' faces. There's a lot of government agencies out here who like to slam doors in victims' faces. There's a lot of police out here, law enforcement, who like to slam doors in victims' faces. This is a very systemic dysfunction going on here. And because they are so fucking remote from the rest of the fucking world, I don't think this shit is going to improve anytime soon. And I feel bad for them. They feel bad for me. I fucking feel bad for them. It's sad. It's like, we're going to take it one day at a time, though, because we don't want to be where the fuck we do not fucking belong. So if I don't belong a part of that fucking office deal, whatever the fuck they got going on, which I don't know why my doctor will recommend I fucking go there. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Professionals that can't even fucking network. This is what the fuck I'm talking about. A fucking complete total waste of fucking time. Like if I got time to fucking waste playing with these fucking people. Over 3 years and they still don't know what the fuck to do with me. How about just help me get the fuck back across country? How about that? Like that is like a fucking quick fucking fix, yo. How about not robbing me of my fucking Section 8 and dangling it above my fucking head as if, you know. How about not being fucking vultures? How about not being fucking... Anyway, why would I keep complaining? Like, I know that either way it's gonna fucking work out. Like, it's just sad. And I wanted to keep y'all updated. So, that's what today has in store for me. Another door slammed in my face. Happy to not be a part of where the fuck I don't belong. Copy. Can you read?
So that was a phone conversation with YUMA Regional Behavior Mental Health Director. She said she would help me get an appointment to an agency that can help me because she said her office is not qualified, right? To help me with anything else except for making appointments, right? So she was going to get me that information. I had one missed call from her. So I emailed her and I CC'd my social worker and Gerald Jackson. Because we want as many eyes on me and my children as possible. Because me and my children have nothing to hide. We are victims. We need protection. And we haven't been protected very fucking well from day fucking one here when the state of Arizona police, highway police denied us water and left us for dead on the fucking highway. So I CC'd my worker, social worker, and Gerald Jackson, requesting to her, the regional behavioral mental health, like YUMA regional behavior mental health director. I asked her to please give me any information that might be helpful through email. That way, if I'm sitting on the fucking toilet taking a shit when she calls me, I don't have to worry about having a missed call. I would be able to at least take a shit in peace, right? Because we don't want to say that we got a miss that she called and I wasn't available, okay? So I asked her through email if she could email me the appointment that she promised to make for me. I haven't gotten an email yet. So just like it took, just like on the phone recording, I mentioned that it was like 2 days that I sent her the email of the intake, and it took her 2 days to call the fucking police or some shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, why these people, yo? You can't figure them out. Like, there's no way to figure them out. I don't know where the fuck these people get their fucking education from. I don't know, because I don't know, I don't understand these fucking people. They're not like what the fuck I'm accustomed to. I'm accustomed to quality fucking care. I don't know how the fuck these people do shit, yo. They're just generationally fucked up out here. This is what I'm talking about when I say they need to raise taxes in Yuma, Arizona, because somebody's not allocating the money that they got now. They're not allocating it, prioritizing the community's fucking, like, our health. Like, we're really fucking like third world country. This don't even feel like fucking America. This feel like Nazi Germany. Hitler's Nazi Germany. This don't even feel like fucking America, yo. You got a bunch of fucking, anyway. So I haven't gotten the appointment that the director of Yuma Regional Mental Health, Behavioral Mental Health, I haven't gotten the fucking appointment. And she mentioned Gerald Jackson. Gerald Jackson is from military community, Jacksonville, North Carolina, the same military community where me and my children were white supremacy human trafficked from. We were white supremacy human trafficked from 903 Huff Drive, Jacksonville, North Carolina. That's where we were human trafficked from. Gerald Jackson is from that town. Gerald Jackson is a blogger. Gerald Jackson is on YouTube and other social media outlets as well. Gerald Jackson is aware of the advocacy that I have provided in that community when I lived there for damn near 10 years at the same address. So Jacksonville, North Carolina knows my character. Jacksonville, North Carolina knows my character. Gerald Jackson is a blogger. He exposed the Shanquella Robinson case, the Cabo 6 Mexico case. He exposed that. Gerald Jackson also knows personally what oppression and racism looks like and the consequences of exposing oppression and racism. Gerald Jackson is fully aware of what that is like. He is fully aware personally because he has been through fucking oppression and racism as well. Military community, Jacksonville, North Carolina, and military community, Yuma, Arizona, are infested. Infested. The governments are infested with oppression and racism. My children and I are victims of white supremacy human traffic. I have been trying to remove myself and my children from this situation, but I am a disabled single mother on a fixed income trying to avoid homelessness. But if homelessness is our only option, it will happen on the East Coast. We will not be homeless on the West Coast, because the West Coast is racist and dangerous for anyone who is Black Lives Matter. The West Coast is like Hitler's Nazi Germany. So we don't want to be exposing children again to a oppressive racist community, because they already traumatized my family. Yuma, Arizona already traumatized my family. So if we have to abandon every fucking thing that we own in order to avoid homelessness in Yuma, Arizona, then that's just what's going to have to happen. I have been trying to avoid that from happening by begging La Posada apartment management, where I reside, the apartment complex. I have been begging them. I have been begging the school district. I have been begging Yuma Housing Authority. I have been begging my medical providers. I have been begging the police. I have been begging ever since the day I fucking got here with my children. I have been begging this community to help my family escape white supremacy, human traffic, oppression, and racism that they have infestation here. I have been begging them to help us avoid homelessness and help us get back to where the fuck we belong. It's not until I started protesting that they start giving me fucking attention. Now I start protesting at La Posada properties, and I start exposing faces that reside in the neighborhood, and I start exposing my experience with a louder tone of voice. That is the only way I have been able to get these people attention. And now that I have their attention, they served me with a termination of lease. So I have to move out of here. So that is I need attention. I need attention. I have been begging for attention for over 3 fucking years. There is a white supremacy human traffic crisis in Yuma, Arizona, on the border of Mexico. I need quality fucking care. I have been begging. So I think my family has a little bit of relief now, because after all this time, over 3 years, we finally have a social worker. We finally have a social worker who I feel comfortable with. I could be wrong, but I feel his intentions are to help. I could be wrong, because when you live on the border of Mexico, anything can happen. People can switch up on any fucking moment. Anything can happen. There's a lot of snakes out here. A lot of fucking snakes. It's embedded in the fucking culture. But so far, I feel like my family has a little bit of relief, because we have a social worker guiding my decisions. Although I'm capable of making decisions on my own, I can be a bit extreme by going against the grain, because I am not a scholar. I am slow. I am disabled. So any professional help that is quality care is appreciated, because I will fucking expose every fucking thing if mine and my children's lives are in danger. I have nothing to lose when I'm facing death every fucking day. Me and my children are facing death every fucking day because our lives were threatened. And we didn't have not one single advocate in over 3 fucking years after begging this community. This tight-knit, this so proud to be tight-knit, tiny-ass fucking community. Oppressive, racist community, after begging them for over 3 years, we didn't have not one single advocate. So like I said, now we have a social worker. So we're taking it one day at a time. Today is April 29th. It's 5:30 p.m. I can see where my children are. So I feel relieved and I don't have anxiety. On a daily basis, when my children are at school or outside of my sight, I have anxiety. So I need help because I fear the threats, the death threats. I fear for mine and my children's lives. So I need help. Yes, I need fucking counseling. I need help because we haven't had help in over 3 fucking years. These fucking agencies out here like to ignore shit. This is the system here. They ignore the cries of victims. They ignore it. They ignore it. Just like they ignore oppression and racism complaints, they ignore it. It's their culture to ignore it or to intimidate into silence. They attempt to intimidate me into silence. Many fucking businesses out here are fucking swindlers and fucking thieves. There are rarely any fucking Black-owned businesses out here. This is not a place where my family can fucking grow because we keep getting fucking swindled and fucking robbed and blackballed. So we taking it one day at a time. I want to get my kids the fuck up out of here. I don't know how this is going to turn out. But as long as I can do it, I'm going to stick to social media to spread awareness because people need to be aware of their surroundings. Do not trust people. Your neighbor, you don't know if your neighbors are white supremacy human traffickers. There's no way to know because these motherfuckers that brought us out here, they're fucking millionaires. They have property in different states. They're fucking military. They don't need they are like, you would never assume. I would never assume. Maybe other people know better, like the private investigators, maybe they know better, but I didn't know any better. I would have never assumed that those would be the type of people that would be white supremacist human traffickers. I would have never assumed that. But it came out of their fucking mouth. When they admitted it, it came out their fucking mouth. That's what the fuck they are. They tried to prostitute my family. They tried to fucking prostitute me. They threatened our fucking lives. How much more information do these fucking tiny ass communities need to not fuck with me and my kids no more? How much more do they need a dead body? Do they need a justice for Vaughn? You know, justice for Vaughn is from Yuma, Arizona too. He was trapped too. He had mental health too. But his mental health could have been prevented if he was allowed to get his quality fucking care that he was begging for. Right? But when you're trapped in a system of oppression and racism and you're in a community that is oppressive and racist, you end up like many of the people that I have met out here. Of only 3.5 years I've been out here, and I know several people who already fucking hung themselves, right? So this is what the community does, right? The professionals out here, they either ignore you or they try their best to intimidate you. So it's like, imagine being a disabled single mother surrounded by an entire community that the majority wants to intimidate you into silence. And they are bold as fuck with their intimidation tactics. And a lot of these people have guns. Okay? And a lot of these people are military. Okay? They have a history here of hunting and gathering brown and black people. I have nothing to lose. I face death every fucking day. I have nothing to fucking lose. I want to take my family photos. I want to make sure that me and my children leave out of here with our lives. I want to make sure we leave out of here with our family photos. I want to make sure that me and my children leave out of here with their WWE wrestlers. I want to make sure me and my children leave out of here with our lives, our family photos, our WWE wrestlers, and our paperwork. I would love that. I don't know how this shit is going to turn out. I have no fucking idea. I'm taking it one day at a time. I have no fucking clue. I have no fucking clue how this shit is going to turn out. I have no fucking clue. I don't know why the fuck they do not have community services out here focused specifically on victims of human traffic, period.